here's our normal angle ridges. And again, this is not something that you're going to measure, but it's something that you need to be aware of. Okay, so the Q angle is going to be greater or larger in females. And so basically the point to this is it can actually be related to some knee and patellar problems that can cause pain in the knee. Okay. All right, ligaments and other structures. Knees are held together by ligaments. Remember, ligaments connect bone to bone, and tendons connect muscles to bones. And so some of the ligaments that we're going to talk about are the cruciate ligaments, so anterior, posterior, cruciate. Okay, so as ligaments go, those are the big deal ones, and then collateral. So those are the ones that are on the sides of the knee. So you've got the cruciates cross, and so the anterior, posterior cross right at the level of that intercondylar eminence. Okay. That's where those go in. So one angle's one way, one angle's the other, to give stability in both directions. And then you've got collateral, or on either side, to kind of support the sides. Okay, we also have a meniscus, menisci, if you've got one in each. Okay, the meniscus is a cartilage piece that sits right on top of this tibial plateau. Okay. Yeah, we'll do surgery later. Yeah. So the meniscus is basically, it sits on that tibial plateau.
It's on that one.
So it's like a shock absorber inside your knee. Okay. It's cartilage. Cartilage and ligaments are not very vascular, so they don't heal, or don't heal real well. So once you get a torn meniscus, you know, so a lot of times people will baby it over, you know, as long as they can stand it before they have surgery, before they have it removed, or, you know, there's lots of different things that they do to take care of that. But, you know, if it's not a big tear, typically what we do is, you know, we work you through the pain and the inflammation, work on strength to support, because we're missing some of our internal support structure at that point. We're going to find bursa. You remember what a bursa is? That's a synovial fluid sac. And we use those in different places. And so we're going to find a bursa typically underneath that patellar tendon to minimize the stress of pulling that across. So have you ever heard of anybody having like water on the knee? That's actually when that bursa gets really swollen. And so sometimes they'll go in and just basically siphon off some of the fluid to help it to shrink back down again. And then probably give you some anti-inflammatories as well, because it's the inflammation process that's causing that swelling in the first place. And then you've got to look at, you know, and that's the thing is doctors have their little bag of tricks of things that they do, but they only see you for that long. And so they don't have the time to really look at what are you doing in your life to cause this. Okay, so that's where they're going to refer, you know, upper extremity or lower extremity stuff. That's the thing, is they don't really have time to figure out why you're causing this. That's why they send them to us. And that's why it's important that we look at the whole person and not just the one piece. Okay, because so we don't actually do a lot of very specific treatment on the lower body. But can you see how, and as we go along, I want you to think about how your feet hit the ground affect everything all the way up. So if I'm walking badly, is that going to affect my spine?
Yes.
I'm exaggerating, but I mean, there's a guy in Sarasota that has cerebral palsy, and so he has never been able to walk, and he does. He kind of walks like this, and he walks all over town.